Hey, what's going on, world? Maurice this way. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick little jazz real quick. Alright. But I gotta do my hair real quick, cause honestly, from being in this little hospital bed and everything, I'm starting to get a little bit rusty and everything. So I figure while I'm doing my head, y'all, I'm gonna talk to y'all a little bit. I'm going to talk to y'all and tell y'all the reason why you've been seeing more DHC in the lane. By the way, good thing for hair, coconut oil. I would highly suggest that. Thank you, Mama, for giving me this. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Mama. So, let me tell y'all about the new lane and the new way. Because if you have been following me for a little bit of time, you would know that I am an entrepreneur all day. Now, my entrepreneurialism is a little bit different because we wasn't given everything in life. We have honestly lost everything in life. We honestly went through a lot of those limited mindsets and limited minds. You know, that mind that tells you how you can't do. You know, that mind that tells you ultimately that you're not enough. You know, that mind that tells you to just give up. You know, we went through all of that mind. So I figure that I'm going to just take this time while I'm just sitting here in the hospital to go ahead and reiterate to y'all how the entrepreneurial life for me, while it has been graciously monetary at times, we definitely have had a lot of setbacks in our life. But I can tell you all day long that should you choose to have a better life, should you choose, to ultimately be someone to break the new vibe for you and your family. Because understand, y'all, I'm 27 now, but in that time, let's just say I aged out of the foster care system. I've served in the military, and ultimately through learning and continuously learning, I stumbled upon a gracious thing, So first and foremost, before I get into it, understand, I'm someone about life. Monetary is very great, Income is great in life, You obviously need that in life to make your life a little bit more easier. But honestly, you really don't need that too much in your life. If you have a resilient side, if you know how to maneuver in life, it's just that simple. So, through my entrepreneurial time, I've been through every program you can think of. The Amways, the World Ventures, the Melaleucas, different little cryptocurrency sort of trading platforms such as Forex. I've hit a lot of those, I even tried selling, Costco, or the little culinary knives and whatnot, Cutco or whatever. So yeah, I tried those different vibes. They were nice, Some of them I didn't have no success in, but that was okay because ultimately I was limiting myself. So I tried, a lot of your MLMs. I've tried to start different businesses. Anywhere from drop shipping, anywhere, that honestly failed out because I didn't have enough income for that. I tried that vibe. I tried, the social media marketing side. The clients at times were great, but honestly, I didn't have enough money for that. So I tried that. I tried building funnels. I know how to build funnels. And know how to use ClickFunnels, and those are all great. I even tried to, start my own business as far as, confidence at a point in time. But ultimately, a lot of them failed. And through each failure, I had to keep learning. I had to keep, improving me. Eventually, it came on to learning about sales. Sales, I will tell y'all, is a field that ultimately is only requiring you to talk, but goddamn, will that field, break your confidence, break who you are, break everything about what you thought you knew about business, because at the end of the day in business is a people game, no matter how you want to put it, okay? So, when I was learning about sales, I went through training, Grant Cardone University. While I even got that course, understand, there was a time when my license was suspended, but I needed to get to that Grant Cardone GrowCon in Miami, right? So I drove down there from Iowa to Miami, Florida, and it was on a suspended license. I didn't know nothing about toll booths or nothing like that because I never traveled outside of my state, just me. So I took the 24 hours there. And ultimately, a lot of stuff happened that honestly grew me, okay? So from that event, I slept in my van. When it came time to actually be inside of the event, I didn't eat. What I did was I would go to the concession stands. They had sauerkraut. So I would put the sauerkraut in the like little basket, fill it up with some ketchup, and that's how I ate for the 3-day event. But then eventually I snuck down backstage and down onto the main floor where I wasn't supposed to be. I just somehow blended in. And ultimately, I got to meet some connections to help progress my mind. By the time that event ended, I ended up, because I didn't have enough money to get the Cardone University, I ended up hopping backstage and actually meeting Grant Cardone. Granted, his security, hemmed me up and everything like that. It was definitely an experience, but I got to meet him. And that feeling when you just go for everything and just you're all, and it's like right there as they was about to take me away. I was like, wait. Grant Cardone, I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't know that cat, I only met him once during that particular event. He has a heart, because ultimately when his security guards had me tied up behind, he told them to let me go. And then he asked me what I wanted, and I told him I want the university because I need to go ahead and learn about these sales because I'm trying to, do stuff in a legal way. I promise on my life, this guy gave me his course for free for a couple months. Best believe. So, believe me when I tell you, if you truly believe in something, you can make shit happen. There's nothing that will stop you. So on my way back, I got stopped by the police because I was driving on a suspended license. I promise you, if you don't believe it of God, God is most definitely with you, because even though the cop ended up impounding my vehicle and I spent 3 days in a jail all the way in Augusta, Georgia, I kept my faith. And everyone and their mama said I wasn't going to get out. I didn't have no money for no bond. I didn't think I was going to get a bond. People were telling me I wasn't finna get a bond because I'm out of the state and everything. But by the grace and my faith, I promise on my life, when it came time for the judge on that 3rd day, now granted, like Augusta jail cells, it's one thing to be in a jail cell in Iowa. You don't know about them South jail cells. Like, that shit is on some different, whatever the case. But long story short, the judge, he let me go on no bond. He said, will you agree to come back and da-da-da-da-da? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come back. Yeah. I never went back. But long story short, this is where the shit gets crazy. I get out of jail. My whole van is impounded. It's like 6-7 miles away. Out of nowhere. So I'm inside the police station, whatever, from the jail and everything. I happen to run into just a very great, I call him an angel, because I didn't know this guy from Adam. He inadvertently, after I told him my story and everything, he drove me to my van, okay? We get to the motherfucking impoundment spot, right? Once we get to the impoundment spot, I BS you not, they wasn't about to let my van go. Oh boy, talk to the impound people like, yo, I'm not from the state. I don't have no license. But the cop forgot to put down that he impounded my van for no license. He did it for registration. I promise on my life, this is where God is real at. During my time in jail, someone had sent me like $200, right? When I was at getting the fucking talking to the empowerment people, they literally asked me one question. You won't believe this. They was like, yeah, da-da-da, you're not from here, da-da-da. Do you believe in Trump? Because, they were country. They were kind of hick, right? I bullshit you not. When they asked me, do you believe in Trump? I was like, do you believe in Trump? They're like, oh, yeah, man, make America great again. I was like, you know what? Yes, make America great again. Yes, we believe in Trump. I bullshit you not. They only charged me $100 to just get my fucking van out of impoundment. I don't have no fucking license. From Augusta, Georgia. All right, so check it out. Fast forward, son. It took me 3 days to get back to Iowa. In those 3 days, I ran out of gas. I ended up having to panhandle just to get some gas money, at least enough to... I was doing this shit by checkpoints. So believe me when I tell you, when you're pressed against any sort of mixture or, any sort of pressure, you will make and find a way. Otherwise, that ass is just goner because I don't rely on no one. I don't. So when I get back to my state, inadvertently, I end up losing my place. So I was sleeping in my van. I was sleeping in storage units. There was a time when I ended up losing my van. So now I'm just outside, just being me and being fucking free. And this is what I don't understand about sometimes in this world. They say you can't be happy with no money. Yeah, you can have a little bit more challenges with no money, but trust and believe me when I tell you, you'll find a very important aspect of life to really make you very happy. Because one thing about a lot of people don't know about being homeless and going through different trenches and shit like that, that shit builds you. And ultimately, once it builds you, you'll start to realize like everything that you can't do, you somehow can do. Like I found myself doing a lot of shit that I thought I couldn't do. So, I say that to say with my particular entrepreneurialism, I guess you could say I'm kind of like one of those people you would read in a book. Or kind of on that pursuit of happiness sort of jazz. Because a lot of what I know and a lot of what I have gone through, I've had to learn and go through by myself. And I don't care what no one says. And you can have mentors tell you what you need to do, da-da-da-da-da. But ultimately, if you're trying to start a business, if you're trying to do anything to better you, it ultimately is always going to fall back on you. No matter how many courses you take, no matter how many books you read, no matter anything other than you believing in solely you. The courses and books, you want to utilize those so you can get, some understanding. But ultimately, once you get your self-resilience up, you really won't give a fuck. Because I'm telling you, it's going to tie back into DAC real soon, okay? So bear with me as I'm doing my hair. Because ultimately, being in this hospital has made me kind of rusty. And I can't be having it. So, as we're learning, as we're going through different courses, the Ty Lopez courses, the Billie Jean courses, the Grant Cardones, the Dan Locke courses, everything that would solidify you in the business lane. Understand when I tell you, the courses are great, but I was one of those entrepreneurs that took a lot of time to study and learn. I started studying and learning and forgetting to take a lot of action. And what I mean by action is I simply just didn't believe in myself. Because no matter how much motivation we get, no matter how much, skills and technicals we get, we still got to have the action part piece to it. So, we start cold calling. Cold calling, I'll tell y'all right now, is not a skill for the weak. Because cold calling is ultimately you dialing, facing a lot of rejection, trying to get your sales or business across. So I would tell you, if you're someone that's in sales or doing a lot of cold calls, you would honestly want to, if you feel lack, look at it like a lot of the intangible skills that you'll start to learn. Because one thing I noticed with cold calling, the people that you're talking to are business owners, but ultimately, they are people. So it don't matter about the technique, it don't matter about the skill or what to say, they are people. Once you understand that they are people, one head, two arms, two legs, it really doesn't matter so much about what you say or even how you say. It's just a matter of you being you as you say. Because ultimately, if you understand that just because they have the title of executives or CEOs or, some big ass letter or even the Prezi, they're still people. So don't hold them in a regard higher than yourself, because that's where a lot of your fear and that's where a lot of your weakness on why you can't do is true. You are holding people above you. Fuck the title. Fuck the income. Fuck anything that is, more than you. I mean, it's just like that. We live in a world where ultimately, and really Dan Penny says it the best, people are weak. And I don't say that in the most callous way. But listen, if you're in business or if you're someone trying to do something great for your life, why are you worried about trying to conform yourself to other people who ultimately would not care about you, would not provide for you, and ultimately would not do nothing for you if pressed against the wall? I mean, let's be real about it. People are telling on each other left and right. So, I say that to say, believe in you. Because once I tell you about DAC and how the belief can be true for you, you'll ultimately see where I'm coming from. Because ultimately, if you can learn how to talk to people, and don't matter about their demographics, where they're from, what nationality they are, you ultimately just have secured yourself the bag of lifetime. This goes past monetary. This goes past income. This goes past anything that is of material substance. Because if you can connect with people, you ultimately will be able to advance yourself in ways that you don't even know you can. So, I say that to say, now DAC. What is DAC? So DAC is David Allen Capital. What is David Allen Capital? Ultimately, they are an organization that is helping business owners. Okay? And how do we help business owners? We help them with alternative capital. What do I mean by alternative capital? Simply put, we are able to get them loans and get them funded in ways that their banks can't. We're able to provide anywhere from $2 to $25K to a business owners needing that additional capital to help their business out. $2 to $25K, and then $25K up to $2 million. So, why is this a gracious sort of product? Because everything in life is a product, y'all. Understand that. Everything in life is a product. Your service, if you're providing a service, is a product. Your time, for your time, is a product. So if you understand the product, you ultimately will understand your market. It's that simple. I mean, if you're in fitness and you're selling like a fitness product, you wouldn't sell it to like people who are like obese, not looking to be fit. So why is David Allen Capital's product the best for entrepreneurs? Well, one, unlike other MLMs, you're not paying nothing to get in. It's completely free. So you got something completely free that you're able now to go ahead and market, sell, do whatever you want to, okay? So where's the kicker? Why is this product so great? Understand, y'all. This product is money. Let's face it. We live in a free market economic system, i.e. we live in a money system. How does that benefit you? Well, put it this way. If you're in business or if you're someone that's working or if you're doing something, you're doing it for money, right? So if you're doing it for money, why not be the person to provide the money? Because let's face it, businesses all need money. People all need money. Somehow this world has corrupted the world, and we live in a world where money is now ruling everything. I don't care how you look at it. I'm spiritual, born Christian. Money, at the end of the day, let's just get past all the fluff. All the fluff that, oh shit, thank you, Liliana. Mi esposa, grazie. So, money is this world. I hate to break it to y'all in the most simplest sense, but we live in a world that likes to fluff stuff up and, not really tell you what it is. But let's just be honest. Let's be direct. I think if we can be more direct about what this game is, we could probably do stuff to help our game a little bit more instead of complaining, instead of, doing all that we're doing and, still complaining we ain't making enough, but because we have a lot of interest. So how can David Allen Capital help you? So check it out, y'all. By you being able to provide the money to business owner, i.e. through a link, i.e. a business owner will fill out their own loan application, get approved, and get funded, you can be paid the next day. So our commission structure is a little bit different, okay? I'll put it to you simply forward. And now there will be a link above or below, especially watch ahead. I'll put it to you simply. Our commission is starting out 3%, can go up to 6%, but I'm just focused on the 3% for now. You can find out the 6% if you choose to, want to market this service and, provide capital. So 3%, what does that look like? So if we're able to, fund businesses up to $25K the same day, all the way up to $2 million, do you understand what type of money you could potentially make for the same amount of time that you're ultimately spending within your business or your job or anything like that? Let me break it down to you. Let's say a business owner needs about $10,000 in their capital. We call it capital, but it's really money, but in a loan, okay? So they go through the little application process. We can fund up to $25,000 the same day. They get their $10,000 that day. So they get their $10,000 that day, right? The next day, you're paid that 3%. What is 3% of 10,000? Oh yeah, 300. So for that one business at 10,000 at 3%, you would have made $300 paid to you the next day. Not the week, not the month, not the year, but the next day. Okay, that's just at $10,000. Remember, we can fund up to $2 million. So to get to those parts, that's going to grow you and build you and all that gracious jazz, okay? Now, I do that through cold calling. I do that through, ultimately believing in myself and cold calling on business owners. Yes, it could be hard, but let's face it. We're all doing something hard for a little bit of money, but how do you want to stress yourself out to get to that money? I'm in the fucking hospital right now. And still am able to do what I need to do to not be capped. Because you're only doing two things in this life. You're either A, physically working, or you're mentally working. Your mental workers are the ones that's on the computer, are the ones that are utilizing their mind to make a certain amount of income. And then your physical workers are, your laborers, the construction workers, yaza. I'm graciously happy at how my lane has went because it ultimately taught me to use my mind in order to continue to play. Because honestly, if I was like just a physical worker, I would be kind of screwed right now. I mean, this diagnosis of MS has really put a little dent in my style. And ultimately, from sitting in a hospital bed in the hospital, I would be kind of screwed because I've been here now for like 3 weeks. So, with that being said, I'm very graciously happy about David Allen Capital because ultimately it allows me to still, even though I'm in the hospital, not use my body, but use my mind and my particular voice to go ahead and make a play happen. It's just that simple. We all are searching for a different business opportunity or a business. David Allen Capital is the business. This isn't about we're going to motivate you about to get some products, to you need to go ahead and have those, beauty products or them workout products. No, we're providing money. Let's be real about it. And the sooner that you could be real about it is the sooner that, you can make a play happen for you. Because, there's no schedule. You make your own schedule. There's no quotas. there's no limit to what you can do. You can market this either on social media, talk about it. You can go up to business owners and people out in the community so you can walk about it. And you can go ahead and cold call about it. It's just that simple. I mean, entrepreneurs, I need y'all to understand. A lot of y'all are jaded, I'll say, through your motivation and what you may think you know, but really ask yourself. I just got done talking with someone who has been in their particular business 23 years, okay? They wanted to go ahead and get some funding, whatever the case. Through that 23 years, they haven't even crossed the 5,000 mark in 3 months, but then try to be mad and say, oh, I know, da-da-da-da-da. I'm just going to break it down real to y'all. What are you really in business for? Are you in it for the rah-rah, or are you in it to really make some money? And I say that in the most callous sense, because ultimately, I wish we didn't have to have money, but we do. Okay? Because at the end of the day, when your family member is struggling or you're struggling and everything like that, and you have no money, unless you have resilience, you will fold. I mean, people, they kill themselves from when the stock market crashes. So imagine if the money crashes and everything, you are screwed. And I'm going to put it to you simply like that. I don't know if an entrepreneur or a business person has ever been real to you because, they were trying to persuade you, or they was just trying to, blow smoke up through you. But let's be real about it, okay? If you're in business, you're trying to make money. So if you're trying to make money, why not provide the money? As you provide money, you get money. That's the best. That's the best of the best. You know what they say? Back in the gold times, the gold rush, the ones who made the most money wasn't the people who dug for gold. It was the people who provided the shovels. So I need y'all to follow the analogy. Provided the shovels. Well, Maurice, what are the shovels? We ain't providing no shovels. Understanding this game of economics in this free market system, money is the shovel. So if you provide the money, your quote unquote sells, even though you don't need to sell for money, people just obviously want money. You're talking, you're speaking. There's not as much as rejection as you may think, because ultimately, if you go up to someone and you tell them, hey, do you want $25,000 today? What? You're going to give me $25,000 today? What the heck else more is there to say? It'd be two completely different things if I were to come up with you this coconut oil. Hey, you want this coconut oil today? I mean, it's good for your hair. It's nourishing. You see how the game is different? Coconut oil, do you want coconut oil? Versus, do you want $25,000 today? What can you say? That's what David Allen Capital provides. Do you understand the magnitude of juice you have? They used to laugh at me for not having money. They used to laugh at me for ultimately going after my dreams and continuing on being me. They tell me, oh, why you do that? It not produce no income. Oh, why you do that? This stuff is not right. You shouldn't be doing that. Blah, 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 all that extra stuff. They used to laugh at me. Now I can provide money. The game is completely different. So I say that to say, there will probably be a link above or below this video. If you want to check out more, there is an 8-minute video that you can watch to get more informed. But ultimately, if this lane is for you and you think you got enough confidence to talk and ask business owners if they need capital because they're the front lines of our economic system, without them, we have no nation. Because without them, there is no revenue. So without them, we're kind of screwed on many different fronts. So we need to be the people that need to provide the capital to the businesses. We need to. They deserve it. Because they're the ones that's ultimately spending, having all the expenses, and spending and quote unquote dealing with people who sometimes aren't the best, but they still go ahead and deal with the people because they ultimately love what they do. And so because they love what they do, I definitely love what I do. Because ultimately with alternative capital, there's no limit to what these business owners can do. And the more they make, I'm graciously happy, because that means the more that they're taking care of their family. That's the more that they're taking care of their loved ones, themselves, and ultimately everyone within our nation. This shit is beyond money. This shit is more than just what you think on the surface. This stuff goes so deep in my particular core, and really understanding this nation of that free market economics and all that other jazz. Understand. And not having no degree, no certificate, not you know what I'm saying? I'm self-taught. I read a lot of books, but I tried going to college for EMT. I tried doing the criminal justice. Stuff happens in life. But to not have none of those certificates and all that and still be able to provide capital money, you usually need to be a financial planner or something like that. You usually need to be, someone in the high echelon markets. You got to have an MBA and all that extra stuff. So you mean to tell me I'm able to provide some capital to some business owners without no MBA? Without no blah, 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 blah? Just me, myself, and I, and be true to me? All right, then. All right. And this opportunity is at no cost, too? All right. All right. So I say that to say, if you're a real entrepreneur, if you're actually truly about this business and you're truly trying to provide and you want to help out people with money, come check out DAC, because things is real over this way. Things is real. Come check it out. If you end up checking it out and you want to enroll, go ahead and just message me. I'm here for you. The whole family is here for you. We renegades all day. Let's go and understand, this will help you develop you and create your lane. So I say that to say, I do got only 15% left on my phone. But ultimately, y'all, I want y'all to vibe high, live your life, love your life, and ultimately know that nothing will ever stop you in this life if you don't let it. Nothing will ever get in your way. Nothing will ever break you. Nothing of you honestly telling yourself on how you can't make it will ultimately not stop you. It's time to be free. It's time to vibe high. It's time to understand that you have everything inside you to make anything in your life happen. And that's a vibe. So ultimately, vibe high. I am Maurice. I'm almost done with this hair. I got that coconut oil in this grease because, I can't let a hospital make me rusty. But ultimately, I hope y'all have a nice, blessed rest of y'all day. And, talk to you soon. Take it easy.